Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. Whew, I got that all out in one breath. I just heard my iPad and phone vibrate, and everything seems to be working and live. That is always good when technology is working. Let's see. Thursday. I know I just said I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7, but this Thursday I have a bit of a pickle in my schedule. It's a good pickle. For Mother's Day, Bo had gotten me a movie passes for, I just lost the name of the movie, but it's a really good movie and I'm super excited to see it, and it's actually Thursday at 6:30, so I will not be live at 7 on Thursday. I do have to work, so I'm trying to finagle how to squeeze in a live. I already have the card done, and everybody is definitely going to want to see it. I will find out hopefully tomorrow, maybe Thursday morning, on exactly what time I'll be able to go live on Thursday. But Thursday is definitely not at 7. I don't know why I can see the movie on the top of my head, but I cannot think of the name of it. Maybe it'll come to me. Who knows? Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hello, Hannah, Anna, and Heather. I tried to say both of your names at the same time. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. I got a lot of stuff done in the craft room today. I had taken most of my craft room stuff into the house while I was trying to take care of Bo and do some crafting. So I still have a ton in the house, but I did get some stuff done out here. He is feeling a little bit better, not 100%, but definitely a lot better than it was over the weekend. It was pretty rough, but thank you for all the text messages on everybody that texted me and asked how he was doing. I am doing really good now that I've been able to get out of the house and in crafting. So today's card is kind of back to the beginning. I don't think we really concentrate on stamps, ink, and paper very often. We actually try to add so much amazing stuff to it. I mean, it's beautiful with all of the amazing things that we do to it, but it's also beautiful just to do stamps, ink, and paper. So I'm going to do one card that is just stamps, ink, and paper, and then we're going to do another one that is a stepped up version of the same concept. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, it will once I get crafting with you guys. If you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. Good evening, Amanda. I know I felt bad. Amanda had a party for her husband, and I literally stopped by, said hi, and left. I was heading to the store to get more medicine for Bo. So it was a rough weekend, I won't lie. Okay, let's point you over. Hit the wrong button. And I just wanted to show you, before we get crafting, something that I have been working on. So hopefully it shows in the camera. So I have been redoing my closet. I know I mentioned that last week, I think, or the week before. And it's a work in progress, but it's getting there. So I wanted something, a 3-drawer shelf to go in. I wanted a 3-drawer compartment to go on a shelf in my closet, but I can't find a 3-drawer shelf that fits my shelf. I know that was quite comical. So I ended up having to get something like this, but I wanted something where my St. Martin jewelry, where I could put that and it could be in its own little cubby. So I wanted, the only reason why I'm showing you guys this is because it's our paper. So I literally just measured my little space and made little dividers. So crafting, paper crafting, doesn't always have to be cards. You can actually use it for your little 3 compartments, anything. So I just wanted to bring that in. It's not done yet. I just actually finished getting them today, so I'm doing all the measurements and stuff. So I thought that was kind of fun to show you. Okay, so let's bring in the stamp sets first. So we are using the Go to Greeting. Love the big, bold images on these, and they are really big. Look at how big that happy birthday is. It is gorgeous. So I went in today and I pulled all of, I put the backings on all of them, and I thought we would use this as our sentiments. Our focal piece is going to be the rays of light. I love a background stamp, and I fell in love with this one when I saw it in the catalog. I knew it was going to be perfect for beachy, summer, sympathy, get well, happy birthday. Literally, this was a super duper fun set. It doesn't come with sentiments, so that's why I brought in this that literally has everything. Thinking of you, happy birthday, thank you, just a note, all the sentiments you need to create with any of our stamps, but especially the Ray of Light. So that's why I pulled this one in. So those are our 2 stamp sets. And I am focusing on all 5 of the in colors because Stampin' Up! Right now is giving these free with the starter kits. So the starter kit is, let me find my little paper, which it's not here, of course. It's $99, and you get to pick $125 of product out. Sorry, I'm looking to see if I can find it, but it must be on my desk. $125 in product, all for $99, and they're including all 5 of the ink pads. They're including the glimmer paper, the in color, all of these colors, designer series paper. So it is a great value, and I just want to focus on these stamps, and this is what we'll be doing on Thursday as well. But I've already done the first 3 colors, and I'll bring those in. So we're going to be doing the Parakeet Party and the Tahitian Tide tonight. So let's see who's just logged on. Valerie, Stephanie, Beverly. Hello, ladies. Okay, so let's bring in the cards. So this is literally stamps, ink, and paper. I did put some dimensionals behind this guy, which I still thought was okay because it's just stamp, ink, and paper. And then I stepped this one up a tiny, this one is Starry Sky. I stepped this one up a little bit by fussy cutting the happy birthday and adding a little rhinestone for the eye on the birthday, but literally the same thing, stamps, ink, and paper. And then the third one is when I added a little extra bling to it. So I used the glimmer paper and made a Parakeet Party kind of sun up here. And then I used the same glimmer paper and I cut out the banner to pop up the happy birthday, added some rhinestones, and then a little bow. So we're going to be making these 2 cards tonight in the Parakeet Party and the Tahitian Tide. Okay, so let's get those out of the way, and let me bring in the cardstock that we need. So I have a piece of our basic white, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it right in half at 5 1/2. So I'm just going to fold that, line up the edges, grab my bone folder, give that a good crease, set that aside for now. And then I have a piece of Parakeet Party. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And the basic white is 3 3/4 by 5. So everything layers together, just like that. So let's bring in the Stamparatus. You don't have to have the Stamparatus for this design. I just feel it's a tiny bit easier. So usually when you use the Stamparatus, you're going to tuck up your paper up to the top so it holds it in place. But because, I don't know if you can see, that the images have a border around it, and that border isn't going to stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my paper down. You can actually see where I've done this already. And I'm just going to line it up in the little grid marks that's on this paper. So I'm going to ink this up in, what's the name of this one? The Parakeet Party. It'll take me a little bit to remember these. So I'm literally going to ink this up. And I'm inking it up, hopefully you can see it. I'm inking this up on the Stamparatus plates. You want to make sure to get a nice, good, even coverage. And then I'm just going to flip this over and give it a good press. The one nice thing about the Stamparatus is if it doesn't press, you can go back in and do it again. And I always like to try to push a little bit harder right at the edge, just to make sure it transfers the image. I can lift it up. Oh, look, it didn't, which is good. I'm glad it didn't do that. So I'm going to close this back. And I'm going to put a tiny bit more pressure right on the ends. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. I might do it one more time. It usually doesn't take twice, but that hinge kind of, I think, lifts up a tiny bit. That's perfect. So I think that's what gives it that extra little lip in it. But look how beautiful that is. Just literally by itself, it's absolutely phenomenal. So let me grab, we're going to layer this on top. This one's a super easy, fun card. Put some adhesive on the back. There we go. And I have a piece of scratch paper. There really isn't a specific dimension for this. It depends on what image you're going to use out of this set. So that's why I just put a piece of scrap. So I think I'm going to do, let's do another happy birthday. And you guys are going to probably laugh at me, and that's totally okay. But I didn't bring another block over. So we're going to improvise and use the side of the Stamparatus. Let's see if this is going to work. I forgot to bring a block. I had everything set and ready to go, and wouldn't you know. But I think it's actually going to work perfectly. Hey, look at there. It works. And you can come in with your paper snips. And I'm just going to banner the edges. I'm going to cut a tiny bit of that off. It's a little too big for me. So I'm going to put a slit in the center, and I'm going to come over here to the edge, and I'm just going to put a little banner in there. There we go. Do the same thing to this side. Sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. There we go. Okay, that's all good. Okay, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and flip this over and put a couple dimensionals on. And look how easy that is. Just use stamps, ink, and paper. And I actually think I'm going to put it up top. Because you know what? It's your card. You can put it wherever you want. If you're just logging on, we're kind of going back to the basics on stamps, ink, and paper. So this is my version of stamps, ink, and paper. And then we're going to do a little bit stepped up of a version. So this is the Parakeet Party. And this one is the Starry Sky. So they're the same card. I did use a little bit different of a sentiment. And I put the sentiment down at the bottom, and that one I put over the rays. You could have even flipped it this way and put the happy birthday that way. So any way you want. Okay, so let's do the Tahitian Tide. And the same is all of the designer series paper, 4 1/4 by 11. Scored it in half. Give that a good crease. And then let's bring this Stamparatus back in. Usually I use my cleaner, but since this stamp is already on the Stamparatus, I'm just going to rub a baby wipe over it just to get that ink off. And same with the little happy birthday. And then I can put this one away. So I'm going to go ahead and slide my paper in. Just lining it up in the grid spots. I'm going to grab the Tahitian Tide. You can already see this one when you stamp it on the image. You can just see how beautiful it's going to be. There we go. Go ahead and close it. And since we'll know to put a little extra pressure right at the hinge. You could put the foam sheet in here to give it a little bit more thickness. That's probably what I should have done. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, it's just like magic. And I love magic. Well, to most degree, I love magic. Okay. So there it is. You really don't have to do much with this stamp set because it's so big, bold, and phenomenal. So there we go. And I already pre-cut the Tahitian Tide and the little banner. This banner, I should have brought it over. It's in the new catalog. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's in the circles and square stitched triangles. Thank you, Vicki. It is definitely fun and super duplicatable and so easy to do. Let's live on the edge a little bit and do this one this way. We are going to live on the wild side. There we go. And I went ahead and already stamped the happy birthday, but remember that nothing sticks to glimmer paper but mini glue dots. So you definitely want to make sure that you have your mini glue dots with you. And I can't find my little poker tool, so we're going to use scissors. There we go. Let's just put one more on the other side. That's stuck to my finger. There we go. And last but not least, let's throw in a couple of our gems. Now, because this is on dimensionals, I really don't want to use the great big gems on this guy, just so you don't have to pay extra postage. So, it's stuck to my finger. Oh, the little sticky came with it. So definitely, if you are putting dimensionals on underneath that, use the smaller gems. I guess I didn't get my scissors up underneath there to grab the adhesive with it. There we go. And then let's grab some of our Tahitian Tide ribbon. This ribbon ties beautifully. It is so beautiful. So this is using all of the new in colors that are free right now when you purchase the starter kits. Grab your snips, little haircuts. Grab a mini glue dot. We're going to put that right on the edge. Now all we have to do is glue it down to our card base. Oh, let me close this ink. I almost put my hand in it. And I will bring all 5 of the cards back in. I actually thought it was going to take a little bit longer than it did. Otherwise, I would have made a couple of the other ones while we were live and not beforehand. So, let's get this one out of the way and let me bring in the 2 that are stamps, ink, and paper. So this is Starry Sky, and this one is Parakeet Party. So stamps, ink, and paper. This one is in Orchard Oasis, and this one is a little bit stepped up. I fussy cut out the happy birthday and put a little gem over the eye. And then we have the other 2 that are a little bit more stepped up with using some dies, some glimmer paper, some ribbon, and some extra little gems. So hopefully this stamp set, the Go to Greeting stamp set is on your wish list, or if it's already in your cart or on its way to you. And don't forget about this hidden gem, Rays of Light. We are actually using this one in class on Saturday in a different project. So you will definitely be able to use it on Saturday and get a feel for it. So hopefully you guys liked tonight's cards. Let me bring them all back in so you can kind of see them. And I will have them on display as well on Saturday for card class, so you can take a peek at them as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I will keep in touch about Thursday. I'm not exactly sure what time I will be able to go live, but I will communicate it with you as soon as I figure it out. Have a good evening. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. And do remember that starter kit promotion is only good until the end of May. So we have a little over 2 weeks left until that expires. So if you need anything, reach out. If not, we will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.